Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer, and there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Let's go one more.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and the grab by Croft. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one 5 yards, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helped for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
From the 27, Mahomes. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Have to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands. He's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, me and you are right.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Yellow.
This is Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Elliott. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Yeldon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now stands at 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. Cole Beasley the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing, Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He can't hang. He's not going to give you
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. That one complete to Yeldon. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Prescott on 1st down. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Shit. Go left. 26.
Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. And it's complete to Kelce. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. Complete. The tight end Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go, baby. He's checking. Crash. Check 50. Check the hot read.
SOS. SOS.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Stephen Gostkowski, the kickoff for New England.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On the run, it's Yeldon. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott now, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he finds Beasley complete. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Jones has it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Not here.
Draw play. This is Yeldon. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. 17-10, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 17-12 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A gain of 6 there on first.
Right there. Oh, damn, baby.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And the grab by Croft. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Yeldon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He don't want it.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes complete to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Ebron's got it. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the past. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Counter, it's Yeldon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mahomes now on first down. Forced out to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes out to his left. This is caught. A very solid gain of 27. He had to escape the pocket there when the blitz came, but give him credit. Kept his eyes downfield, made it work.
And that's when I think a quarterback is really playing at a high level. When you see a guy have pressure in his face, find a way to escape, and not just immediately look for the sideline or a way to get down, but to keep his eyes downfield and try and find a target. How about the way he finished off that play? That was impressive.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go!
Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah, he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Prescott caught by Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Again, it's Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Being chased out left. Caught, Kelsey, left side. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Here's Elliott, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the ball.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Prescott. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw again on second down. Prescott.
This defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Steps away to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check nine. Tight your eyes.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Short throw hauled in by Croft, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Prescott. Short throw hauled in by Croft. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. put it up.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You see me out here? That's right.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New England, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.